Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We are going on a seriously captivating journey today. We're going to be unpacking a fantastic source simply titled Global Wonders. There are so many mind-bending things about our world that we literally just walk past every single day without even realizing they exist. Well, today, we're changing that. I am so pumped to share this with you because we're breaking down 10 absolute realities of our universe that are practically guaranteed to surprise you.
So I have to ask, do you truly know the world you live in? I mean, it's pretty easy to think we have it all figured out, right? But as we unpack the insights from our source material today, we are going on an incredible micro to macro journey. We'll start by looking inward at the microscopic scale of our own bodies. Then we'll explore some bizarre rules of nature, scale all the way up to the massive geography of our planet, travel back through deep time, and finally launch ourselves out into the mysteries of space. Sound good? Let's get into it.
Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1, the marvel of the human brain.
To start things off, we actually have to look no further than inside our own heads. 86 billion. Just let that number sink in for a second. That is the approximate number of neurons currently hanging out inside your brain. It's wild to think about. Right at this very moment, literally as you're listening to my voice, a vast network of 86 billion neurons is just firing away. They're working together nonstop. I mean, they're the absolute control center for everything you do, managing your complex thoughts, storing your deepest memories, and perfectly coordinating every single one of your physical movements. It's just this astonishing biological reality happening quietly inside you right now.
All right, moving outward. Section 2, the weird games of nature.
So stepping out into the natural world, we find that biology has some incredibly weird rules of its own. Take honey, for example. It is essentially the ultimate natural food. And why is that? Well, because under the right conditions, it never ever spoils. The preservation qualities of this stuff are so insanely powerful that archaeologists have actually uncovered pots of honey while excavating ancient Egyptian tombs. And the absolute most mind-blowing part? Even after thousands of years just sitting in those tombs, that honey was still perfectly preserved and completely safe to eat. Talk about a true sweet defiance of time.
And speaking of nature totally defying our expectations, 3. What do you think this refers to? Well, if you happen to be an octopus, this would be the exact number of hearts beating inside your chest. That's right, an octopus is biologically equipped with 3 completely separate hearts. 2 of those hearts have a very specific, dedicated job. They pump blood exclusively to the creature's gills just to pick up oxygen. Then the 3rd heart takes over to pump that oxygen-rich blood to the rest of the body. It's like a completely alien biological system right here on Earth.
And, nature doesn't always play by the rules we think make sense. Take the humble banana. According to strict botanical science, a banana is technically classified as a true berry. Wait, what? Yeah, seriously. But then compare that to the strawberry, a fruit that literally has the word berry right there in its name. Botanically speaking, a strawberry is not a true berry at all. It's actually classified as an aggregate fruit. I know, nature can be incredibly confusing and totally counterintuitive, but honestly, that's exactly what makes it so fun to learn about.
Scaling up. Again. Section 3, our Earth and oceans.
We're leaving the realm of biology now and zooming out to a planetary level to look at the massive forces and breathtaking geography of our Earth. And to really grasp the sheer scale of our world, you have to consider the Pacific Ocean compared to all of Earth's land masses. Now, we all know that Pacific is, by far, the largest ocean in the world. But here's the crazy perspective shift. If you were to take all of the continents on Earth, every single piece of land combined, from Asia to the Americas to Africa, they could largely fit entirely inside the total area of the Pacific Ocean. That is a staggering amount of blue covering our tiny pale blue dot.
But Earth isn't just massive, it's incredibly active too. Every single day, thousands upon thousands of thunderstorms roll across our planet. Just think about that. Right now, at this exact moment, lightning is striking somewhere in the world. Our atmosphere is in this constant, dynamic, and downright violent state of electrical discharge, just crackling with energy day and night without a pause.
Okay, let's look at a definition real quick. A desert is defined as a barren area of landscape where little precipitation occurs. Notice what's missing from that. There is absolutely zero mention of heat, no mention of rolling sand dunes or a scorching sun. A desert is defined purely by a severe lack of rainfall or precipitation. Just keep that scientific definition locked in your brain for a second. Because here is the incredible geographical twist. When we apply that strict definition we just read, we arrive at this fact. Antarctica, famously the absolute coldest continent on our planet, covered entirely in miles of freezing ice, is technically the world's largest desert. Since it gets so incredibly little precipitation year-round, this freezing, howling wasteland perfectly fits the scientific definition of a desert. It's a huge aha moment that just completely flips how we categorize the extremes of our world.
All right, let's switch gears. Section 4, the Wheel of Time.
From the immense scale of our geography, we're now traveling backward through the Wheel of Time to explore Earth's ancient, deep history. And this brilliantly illustrates just how old some species are. We all tend to think of dinosaurs as the ultimate ancient creatures, right? The apex of prehistoric life. But the ancestors of sharks were actually swimming around in the oceans of this planet hundreds of millions of years before the very first dinosaur ever walked the Earth. Dinosaurs came much, much later in the timeline of life. Sharks are prehistoric survivors in the truest sense of the word, outliving mass extinctions and just quietly dominating the oceans eon after eon.
And for our final leap, Section 5, Space Wonders and Secrets. So, for our final stop in this explainer, we're launching completely off our planet and out into the vast, mysterious cosmos. And unfortunately, the macro-level realities of space are about to ruin just about every sci-fi movie you've ever seen. Let's follow the logic here. Fact 1. For sound to travel normally, it requires a medium, something physical, like air or water, for the sound waves to vibrate through. Fact 2. Space is a vacuum. There is no air. Therefore, fact 3, all those massive, deafening explosions you hear during epic space battles in the movies, they are completely unrealistic. In reality, a massive explosion in the deep vacuum of space would be completely, hauntingly silent.
Finally, I want to leave you with this very specific measurement: 3.8 centimeters. This isn't just some random number we pulled out of a hat. This is the exact distance that our moon is drifting away from the Earth every single year. Year by year, 3.8 centimeters at a time, the moon is slowly pulling away from us. It's this slow, silent dance on a cosmic scale. And what this means is that if you were to jump into a time machine and travel deep into the distant future, our celestial companion would actually appear noticeably smaller in the night sky, sitting much further away from Earth than it does today. It's a beautifully melancholic reminder that nothing in our universe, not even the night sky itself, is permanent. Well, from the 86 billion neurons currently firing in your brain to the moon slowly drifting away into the dark, we have covered some incredible ground today. We've explored the bizarre botany of berries, the three-hearted anatomy of the octopus, and the frozen deserts at the bottom of our world. But it really begs a final, profound question. If these astonishing realities were just hiding in plain sight, waiting to be unpacked, what other impossible wonders are waiting out there completely unknown to us? Keep questioning the world around you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.